7 on your side's Michael Finney is here with a growing development. This is happening in surprising numbers. We all sort of take our local bank for granted until it's gone.
Yeah, I've got to tell you, you look at all the ones that have closed, maybe temporarily during this pandemic, but the bottom line is it may be closing for good. So here's a question. How long will your neighborhood bank branch be there? We're using them less often, so now banks are beginning to rethink the whole idea of branches. The temporary closure of this Wells Fargo bank in Oakland caught customers by surprise.
I'm super annoyed and super irritated. This is a huge inconvenience, and I wish something could be done about it.
Last year, Wells Fargo closed 221 branches. That's more than any other bank. This branch did reopen, but is no longer open on Saturdays. Bank of America shut down this branch in Brisbane, leaving the small city south of San Francisco without any bank. Chase turned off the lights at this branch in South San Francisco early in the pandemic. It reopened, offering a different set of services. Beth Mills of the Western Bankers Association says that's a trend seen at other banks, too.
It's a little bit different where it's not where people are going to deposit checks and take money out, but rather go for financial services.
A report from Global Market Intelligence found banks set a record by closing nearly 4,000 branches last year and opened just 1,000 new ones. That's a net loss of 2,927 branches. James Wilcox is with the Haas Graduate School of Business at UC Berkeley.
Banks have been closing branches on balance for at least a dozen years.
The pandemic certainly accelerated the pace of closures, but increased use of mobile apps coupled with competition from online banks such as Ally and payment systems like PayPal certainly played a role.
If we can do more and more of our financial transactions faster, whenever we want to do them, conveniently, cheaper, it makes the whole industry more efficient.
The Western Bankers Association says those most resistant to change are senior citizens. But banks will take the time to show them how it's done.
Some of it may be just a learning curve that they're not quite sure how to go about doing that. So we're there to help them do that as well.
The Bankers Association tells us that on average there's a bank every half mile. But so they don't really see branches going away completely, but the services you find in each branch is going to be different in the future.
Yeah, it is all changing pretty quickly. Thanks, Michael.
Sure.